to the King, eternal, immortal. So I Look to the King was a song idea that actually came out of the movie The Hobbit. Which one was that?
I think it's the Battle of Five Armies.
Yes, the Battle of Five Armies.
Because Jacob and I are nerds.
Yes, I mean, I feel like you would kind of write songs out of movies. He's really inspired by movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so we went to see this movie and came home and he's like in the car, like I can tell he's got a song brewing because he starts talking to himself. And he's like, I just have this idea, and it came when, in the part of the movie when this like dwarf cousin comes to like help his cousin, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, and he just shouts like, to the king, and he's like riding on this wild boar and stuff, and it's just like, you get chills and tears and all the feels. And so we had this chorus idea, you know, I look to the king eternal. We started working on it at Jacob's parents' house, and then we brought it to you. Because we were like, help us make this say what it needs to say and make it
I don't know
awesome.
about that.
That's true. And I feel like you did. And we had a good time in here, in this very room, writing this song.
It was literally right behind us.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the thing I love a lot about what Paul says when he's talking about the sort of the spiritual life and the, you know, sort of the deepening of one's relationship with God is he uses a lot of analogies of it, like with fighting battles and armor and but it's all sort of this reference to like the battle that's interiorly happening.
Right.
It's, you know, Paul says it's powers and principalities that we face, you know, things on a spiritual realm, and then things just within ourselves, our own shortcomings, our own weird psychology, and I think that the idea of, in the midst of that, sort of that, I lift my eyes, you know, which is a reference to the psalm, you know, I lift my eyes to the mountains, who does my help come from?
Help comes from the Lord.
And so I love it. I mean, I love how this song starts too. Just, you sort of get this image of, you know, I think in ways too, Jacob, you know, we're always musically, we always talk about how the 80s was such a prolific time of music, and Love is a Battlefield by Pat Benatar is just...
Oh yeah, I feel like it was referenced.
It was definitely
once.
referenced because it's such an amazing lyric, not just, you know, not just because it's catchy, but just because it's visual.
It's visual, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it paints this picture of like what you're in. I think like for us, even for Jacob and myself, to write this song, we, in the time frame that we wrote it, because we felt like we were in a battle, you know, like we felt like we were under attack constantly. Nothing was easy. Everything just felt like it was always falling apart. We were at odds with each other, and we were just like, when are we gonna catch a break, you know? But it was like, to write a song that moved us to that place of going, regardless of what's going on around us, like I'm gonna choose to lift my eyes to the Lord, because when we do that, our perspective changes and we realize we're not at fault. We're actually being attacked by, like you said, principalities, powers coming against us.
Yeah, and I think it lifts your eyes off the person that you're fighting with long enough to gain that sort of heavenly perspective.
Yep.
Then to be able to turn back and actually love the people that you're with.
Absolutely.
You know?
No, that's really good. So thanks for writing the song.
Hey, thanks for letting me.
Yeah.